Michael Loebs? Who is Michael Loebs? I'm going to put Michael Loebs up against David Moore because Michael Loebs gives me a very sophisticated, a very well thought out platform. A very well thought out platform. You say you're in favor of universal health care. How come you can't talk about it? You say you're in favor of universal health care, instant runoff voting, ending the war on drugs. Why are you not excited to talk? I want to hear these things, and I want to hear you develop these things, and maybe go that way, this way, but people that just say, I'm for this. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? I don't know. Well, you need to probably figure that part out, right? No, I just want you to like me because I'm for universal health care. And actually, to be honest with you, if you're in favor of universal health care, that means you can sign a single-payer universal health care bill if the supermajority, the veto-proof Democratic supermajority in California's legislature actually gives them a single-payer bill. But you also, if you had a governor that said, I want a single-payer bill, give me universal health care right now, you'd get it. But you'd also have to have a California with a constituency that gives a shit too, right? The apathy. The reason why Larry Elder's about to become the governor of California is because of the complacence and the apathy of the Californian people and the Democrats specifically. So Michael Loebs, I'm going to talk about David Moore, and then I'm going to talk about Michael Loebs, and we're just going to talk about ideas, but let's get a sense of who this Michael Loebs is. No, we're going to come back to this. Let's get into the ideas first, okay? So, David Moore, of course, is the Trotskyist, right? He's not a Maoist, he's not a Stalinist, he's a Trotskyist. So David Moore, the Trotsky. What does the Trotsky think? Well, he wants secure housing as a human right. He wants secure housing not just for the homeless, but for anybody that needs a home. You don't have a home, well, the goddamn shelter. The sheltering, water, food, clothing, shelter. It's a human motherfucking right. 5-to-1. There's 5 vacant houses in California for every homeless person in the state. He's in favor of the Finland model, the housing first approach. He wants to extend the eviction moratorium until the pandemic is contained. Also, higher taxes on the ultra-rich, a massive redistribution of wealth. Oppose fascism and dictatorship. The fascistic insurrection on January 6th was in part fucking Trump and his goddamn, Kevin McCarthy and modern micro-irrigation systems. Also, workers are fighting back. You got Volvo auto workers in Virginia, and Frito-Lay workers in Kansas, and mine workers in Alabama. So we're going to secure housing as a human right. We're going to extend the eviction moratorium until the pandemic is contained. We're going to do a housing first approach. We're going to have higher taxes on the rich, a massive redistribution of wealth. We're going to oppose fascism and dictatorship. We're going to use modern micro-irrigation systems. You have the farmers who use 80% of the state's water. How come California has no fucking water? Well, they don't have enough salination plants. You got a shit ton of rivers and a shit ton of ocean. So you got all the fucking water in the goddamn world. But the reason why they have water issues in California, because the farmers are using all the water for their crops and for their animals and shit. So no water for the people because we need to get, Billy Goat Gruff a little sip of water. So there you go. It's a little bit about the old David Moore, the old Trotsky. What's the old Trotsky belief? He's got a lot of thoughts, right? He's a fucking socialist, right? So I think that's one of my favorite things about him, the Trotsky part. The fact that he's a Trotskyist means that he loves the people. When he gets in there, is he going to try to enrich himself? Maybe, but I don't even know if he knows how to do that. The only thing he'll be concerned about is, making sure the people are taken care of and they're doing okay. And then people might say, well, what about the poor corporations? What about the capitalists and the corporations? They'll be okay. They will be okay. The corporatists, the capitalists, the corporations, they all, some come and some go or whatever, but that's the whole business climate, right? That's the whole idea of capitalism. Some sink and some swim. But corporations always find some fucking way to continue to make their profits and to continue to exist no matter how much damage McDonald's or Walmart does to the world. Okay, so Michael Loebs. Is that too much? Did I mess up too much in the beginning there? Should I come back? Because you only went 1 minute, right? And I'm going on and on and on. It's 5 minutes in. Yeah, I should just boom, 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 boom. Alright.